Hello everyone, and welcome back to their Minecraft New Nintendo 3D Edition Let's Play video, and this is part 126 of my Let's Play series. And as you can see, there's been quite a few updates since episode 124, which was the last video that I worked on, this barn here. So as you can see, there is now actual walls in the barn, and there is now a ceiling on the inside. If you guys didn't watch my last video where I toured all my buildings, you guys would have saw, obviously, the updates that I did on the barn. And in this video, we are going to be further adding more things to this barn today. So now let's go ahead and get started with the actual updates on the barn itself. So as you can see, the gaping hole in front is now filled in with glass, and the gaping hole in the roof is also going to be filled in with glass when I get enough, because 53 isn't going to cut it, so definitely going to have to get more sand to smelt in there. Also, I did get a couple animals in here. I did get one cow, I did get 2 sheep, and I breeded them, and I also got a chicken as well. So that is all the animals that I got in so far. This is me for pigs, and there was actually a pig outside, so let's go ahead and bring that in right now. Okay, so it looks like this pig is seeing it. Okay, and there we go. So let's go ahead and go back and throw this pig in the pen, and then we'll have one of each main primary animal that I'm going to need for food inside my barn. And then I'm obviously going to need another chicken, cow, and pig in order to breed. So that way I basically have an endless amount of animals in here. Until, of course, the mom limit reaches and then I can't add any more. Which might actually happen, judging by how many pens I have available. But I may also place horses in one of these too. And those don't necessarily really need, I don't really need a farm horses. So those are just me there for obvious pets usage. So let's go and grab this other pig, which already sees me from that far. So let's see if I can come over here quickly. And it's coming over, so let's go ahead and bring this in, and now we can breed the pigs. And get endless pork chops, because that's basically the only reason why I'd want pigs for pork chops. That's really the only thing that they drop. And XP, but all animals drop XP, so pork chop would be the only main reason why I'd want to get pigs in my barn. So now they're both in here, and we are good. So let's close them up so they don't escape. Looks like that one was getting ready to run out. And it's also getting nighttime too, so let's get the heck up to the second floor before I have any conflicts with creepers or anything like that. So up here is where the crop area is going to be. As you can see, I kind of already started the crop area, so I kind of marked out areas where the lines are going to go for the oak wood. And I'm going to actually continue it in this video, so I am going to place more oak like this. Obviously, I don't have enough, and I am going to have to go get more, but this is the general shape of the actual planters. So as you can see, this whole thing is going to actually be filled with oak, so I think for the time being, I'm going to need a couple more. So that's only a couple more trees that I need, so that's not that big of a deal. And in my inventory, I do not have any more of those, so we're going to have to go get more. And also on the outside of the barn, there was a few updates that I did as well. So I added some more accents. So the birch fence accents are going to go all the way around the barn, but they're only currently on the front. And I also destroyed the crop out here as well. So on this side, they're not done. And as you can see, my makeshift scaffolding made with all of this dirt here, because I had to climb up quite a bit of times to the top of this barn to try to get the roof in, because the roof was honestly not really the easiest thing in the world to do. It definitely took a little bit of time to try to get that right. But once I did, it was pretty much, once I actually got the pattern down, it's pretty much smooth sailing. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of makeshift scaffolding out here with me trying to get up here. But other than that, though, yeah, the walls and roof are pretty much complete. The barn is pretty much enclosed. At least the animal area is enclosed, but not the crop area. But it's better that the crop area isn't, because there needs to be enough natural light. And that's the only reason why I'm putting the actual skylight in the crop area, because the animals don't really need it. Even though there is a small gap behind the pens, even though they can look up and see the light on the top of the roof, it's not really needed. So let's go ahead and sleep real quick, because I'm not at my house, so might as well do it. And I'm going to see if I have any more oak, because I do have a wood chest, so there might actually be some useful items in there that I can use on the barn. So, trying to find that. I think it's on the... Okay. So I do actually have some oak wood in here, so I actually didn't even know that, so that's perfect. I'm also going to take these ladders too, because I even need some ladders. I also had some clay in here, so why don't I use that as well for part of my brick floor? Because I also worked on more of the brick floor, and I only got about halfway done. So I am going to need a lot more clay to finish that off. So, and clay, it's, once you find an area of clay, it's really not that hard to find a lot in one specific area, so it's just a matter of finding it first. So let's go ahead and jump down to my pool, which I kind of failed at that. Sometimes I can make it, sometimes I can't. But it is a quicker way to exit my house in a more fashionable way at that. And I definitely want to stop eating this rotten flesh, so I really want to get this crop area underway. And did I just see a zombie in my crop area? It looked like something was burning up there. I hope I can make it up there before it dies so I can see what it was. Could have swore I saw something red up there. Wow, that sword took forever to collect. And let's see if it's probably not up there now because the sword dropped. So, yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, there is a zombie up here. So I guess, yeah, see, it's hiding under here. It's cheating. Oh, now it's, of course, burning. Now I'm on fire. That's just great. And let's see here. So we do have 32 pieces. So I am going to finish that. Let's also grab my ladders because this is going to be important. Because I'm finally going to make the ladders even on each side by doing this. Like that. Huh, that's weird. It's not letting me place a ladder there. See, there's sometimes a glitch in Minecraft 3DS where I can't place ladders in certain places. I don't know why, because if I try to climb it, it lets me climb it. There's like nothing blocking my way. But it's funny, because if I break anything, there's no invisible blocks. And look, I'm standing on nothing. I'm quite literally standing on nothing right now. That was weird. Does that happen on this side? I wonder if it does. Let's see. Because I wonder if that's a thing with ladders in this version. I never really noticed that. No, see, it doesn't happen on this side. So I'm literally standing on nothing on this side. But if I try to break the blocks, there's almost no blocks here. It's like I'm breaking nothing. But I was... Oh. Huh? So there was a ladder there. It was just invisible. Huh. Well, okay. I guess invisible ladders exist now. That is definitely really weird. So aside from that weird little glitch that I just found on accident, this should be enough wood to completely finish this crop gather, and there we go. So this entirety of this crop gather is going to be filled with dirt and water. So I'm going to just use up the rest of the oak wood that I had to get to the edge here, and there we are. Now, let's actually get some real food out of here, because I do have some melons, so I am going to eat some of these, even though not really the best source of food, because it only gives you one, but hey, it's better than eating rotten flesh, I guess. So now let's go ahead and place down the dirt. Now, I have two options to pick from. I can pick between two vertical strips of dirt with crops, or I can pick multiple horizontal strips. And I think I'm going to go with the horizontal strip idea, because it's going to keep things a little bit more organized, and it's also going to allow me to place a certain amount of specific crop that I want. So I think this will work much better in that respect. Just keep things a little bit more organized. And plus, I'm not really sure if this gives you more or not than going vertical, but it definitely looks a whole heck of a lot better than doing two vertical strips, because it definitely looks more even in this state. Now we're going to place down my infinite water source. And this way I'm going to do it is very makeshift right now. This isn't the most permanent method, but I am going to try to implement a permanent method in this area going forward. And there we are. So now I have our infinite water source, which will allow us to fill up the water. Now for now, I'm probably only going to put one place in water in each cavity, because I don't want to spend so much time in this video placing water. So I'm just going to do it like this for now, just so I can easily just at least get some water in here, so I can at least start placing and tilling, which is obviously what I want. And now I can finally start having a more organized food supply, which is great news. The only thing I'm really missing is beetroots, and I think I might go back to the village that I found in the snow biome and see if there's any other crops that I can find. But eventually I will get more crops anyways through this method. And I do have a carrot too, so I obviously have that option for me as well. So let's get my hoe out, which is this one. I created an iron one. I know, it's kind of a waste, but hey, it's an iron one, so at least it'll last me a while. Now let's place it down. All the tilling in the ground. And as you can see, it's already turning brown, so the water is doing its job. And it's not dry and patchy like it is without water. And there we go. So some of the grounds is already turning dark, it looks like. And now we can get our seeds. So I'm going to start with wheat, melon, and pumpkin. And also carrots too, because I obviously have one single carrot. So let's start from the top. So place down a carrot, and then I'm going to leave that open. In fact, I'm going to leave these 3 open, and then I'm going to place... Now, I'm going to leave 2 open, actually, because carrots, I don't have a lot of them right now, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to place 3 rows of wheat. Heck, even a 4th row, just to use up the rest of them. And then I'm going to place my pumpkin seeds like this, so they grow like that. And then I'm going to place my melon seed just alone, all on its own, in his own row, just like that. So now we have placed down all my seeds. So momentarily, at least I hope, the crops will actually start to grow. Alright, so definitely made some decent progress on the second floor of my barn. We also got some more animals inside, the 2 pigs. So now we have all of the primary main friendly animals. The next thing I want to do is I actually want to cook this clay so I can work more on the brick floor, because I definitely do need to make a lot more progress on that going forward. And on the other furnace, what is in the other furnace? Oh, hey, real food. Look at that. Now, there is really nothing else I can put inside of this furnace because I don't have anything to smelt right now. So let's actually go ahead and go up to the crop area again and place more glass. Okay, so let's go ahead and climb up here now. Like I said, this is going to be quite interesting to see how this is going to go. And actually, before I even start, I just noticed something that's really going to make perfectionists like me angry. And that is the fact that the stone brick doesn't go all the way to the wall. So let's fix that little thing before we continue on with that. Definitely is something that is going to stick out like a sore thumb when this area is complete. So thank God I did that. Alright, now let's actually get to what I wanted to do and dig up to the very top of the roof. I'm going to do this the easiest way that I can think of, and that is just dig all the way up to the roof. So I can just dig up here, and then, well, this is kind of a dumb place to do it, but I can just jump down, and I can crouch and just place the, well, I already failed on the first one. Crouch and place the glass down like this, all the way around. Like I already said, 53 isn't even going to be close to being enough, but I can at least start placing the glass, and then I can get more sand and smelt that. And because smelting takes forever, we all know that, because smelting takes forever, we all know that, this area is definitely going to take a lot longer to complete. And another thing, too, that's going to be interesting to note is if I'm standing on the floor, on the second floor, and I look up, I should still be able to see the glass. At least I hope so. I definitely won't be able to see it from the first floor. It's just going to look like a gaping hole. So we're just going to have to wait and see. I should be able to see it from the crop area. Yeah, I definitely should be able to. I just won't be able to see it from the bottom floor or the first floor looking outside to the top of the barn, because I could still see the glass on the actual front window. So as I'm pulling away, it may start to get less visible, or it may just disappear entirely. And it hasn't looked like it disappeared yet, but it probably will as I get farther. So yeah, see, there it goes. Now it's disappearing. And now let's go ahead and dig down from one of these so I can get rid of it, or not, I guess, and I can end up with 1 heart and almost down to my death. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of as much of this as I can, just sitting right here. Because again, this looks ugly and I just want to get rid of it. So I'll just leave it at that for now. It's also getting nighttime too, so let's eat enough to where I can at least have enough food bar. So I'll eat the rotten flesh and I'll gain some hearts, and then once I get down in food and once my hunger disappears, I'll eat the steak. So at least I'm being more efficient with my food. Now, I do have a couple of bricks already in here, so let's go and take all of those and craft it together into how many blocks? 4 blocks. Wow, a whole 4, yeah. Obviously, it hasn't finished smelting, so that'll probably give me about maybe 12 pieces of brick, which, I mean, that isn't too bad. I think a full stack gives you around 16 blocks of bricks, so it's not too terrible. And plus, clay is obviously drops quite a bit when you break 1 block, so it kind of makes sense. So yes, I do see the glass, which is great. I kind of already expected that anyway, but yeah, it is here. So this definitely won't be a waste of time, that's for sure. And I kind of do have to do this regardless if I can see the glass or not, because obviously the crops are going to need their fair share of light. Obviously at night that's not going to be the case, but hopefully when I place enough torches in here, that'll do the job just as well. So that's going to go ahead and conclude it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of working on my barn and adding more crops. And thanks for watching.